Right, okay, hello guys. Today I am going to be doing a review of my keyboard. My keyboard is the Corsair K90 mechanical keyboard, and overall it's a very good gaming keyboard. I'm sorry about the angle of this video, but I don't have a tripod tall enough to record this from the floor, and so it's just sitting on my chair, so if I knock the chair it's going to move. But yeah, anyway, the keyboard itself has quite a number of features. It's fully mechanical keyboard except for the macro keys on the left hand side, which you can't quite see at the moment. Yeah, these macro keys over here, they're not mechanical, but the rest of the keys on the keyboard are. It is backlit, as you can see. Has 3 different settings for the backlight, as well as a number of other features, which include media keys over here. If I just lift the keyboard up like this, you can see over here these are media keys. We've got one for next track, one for play and pause, one for previous track, and one for stop. And then up here there's mute audio and a volume rocker. Then you've got your normal caps lock, scroll lock, and num lock, and then the button which changes the light, and a button to access the Windows 8 App Store. There is some software which comes with the keyboard, which I don't actually have installed at the moment. As you can see on the other side of the keyboard, there's these buttons here which allow you to change the functions of the keyboard. So you could have M2 as turning off the Windows tab and Alt tab features when you're in game, and all those sorts of things. Those are the other features. It has on this side, on this left hand side over here, it has 18 fully programmable keys. Now I'm just going to pick up the camera so that I can show you better. This is the 18 fully programmable keys here. I'm just going to take this tripod off the camera a second. There we go. 18 fully programmable macro keys. Comes in 3 sort of sections, 1 through 6, 7 through 12, and 13 through 18. And as you can see, there's those changeable buttons again. Shows you what mode it's on. This one activates a special mode, but it's not active at the moment as I don't have the software installed. So as you can see, I'm going to show you a bit better the LED backlight here. This is the minimum setting, second setting, and third setting. But as you can see, as you might be able to see, the eagle-eyed of you may have already noticed this. 3 of my buttons' LED lights don't work. The K, the colon, semicolon button, and the left-hand curly brackets and square brackets buttons. Those 3 buttons don't work on my keyboard. I think all the buttons work, but the lights don't. Now, that was like that when I bought the device. I considered RMAing it, but I didn't have another keyboard at the time, so because my other one broke, so I didn't really have much choice other than to keep it. But it's not really a problem. I don't consider it a problem anyway. I can touch type, so it's not really a problem for me. Now, in terms of the aesthetics of the device, it has this nice sort of touch touchy, like soft touch plastic at the bottom, which is really nice feel to it, and that's for resting your hands on. The device itself is made of, I don't know if you can see here down the side, underneath is plastic, quite a tough plastic, and then on top is this whole section is covered in brushed aluminium, which is a really nice effect. You probably can't see it because the camera won't focus on it properly. It does have this nice Corsair logo and some kind of chrome effect at the top. Along here it's got a white light for the other things. And then it's got this plastic section along the side where the macro keys are. This front bit is able to be taken off just by undoing the screws at both ends. And it has, this is the wire. This wire has one of those braided effect outer casings on it. And if you look just here, you can see the USB slot at the back. So this keyboard does have two USB slots. Sorry, two USB sockets which are required to use the keyboard with all the features. So you need two, it takes up two USB sockets on your computer. Mine is currently plugged into the two USB 2 sockets on the back of my computer, two of the USB 2 sockets on the back of my computer. And of course you can plug it into USB 3 if you like, not that you would want to, since it's not actually running on USB 3. I believe the K95, the update for this keyboard, is. In terms of how the aesthetics look, there are a few things that are a bit of an issue. You can see these screw heads. I think they put this in on purpose, but I think it takes away from the aesthetics. There are these screw heads which you can see which are screwing the aluminium down onto the plastic. Other than that, it's a very nice looking keyboard, and personally I really like it. Yeah, I'm not sure why they included that app button, because no one uses the App Store on Windows. But yeah, I bought this for £99.99 at PC World, and yeah, pretty much the only complaint I have about it is these buttons. The only reason I don't have the software installed on here is because I'm too bloody lazy to install it. And yeah, that's about all I have to say about this. So we'll go to review it now. So, this keyboard, I am going to give it a score in two ways, as I have now decided to do things in two ways: aesthetics and functionality. In terms of aesthetics, it is a nice looking device. There are a few things which I think could have been done better. The LEDs obviously have a limited life, and these ones were broken when I got it, so that takes a little bit away from it. The screw heads that are showing also take a little bit away from it, and the plastic under the macro keys rather than the brushed aluminium makes it look like that's some kind of add-on, which it's not. But overall, the aesthetics are pretty nice. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for aesthetics. As far as functionality goes, it is a very functional keyboard. 18 macro keys which you can assign to do whatever you like. 3 light modes, so you can see it in the dark, and then if you want to have the lights available during the day as well, you can turn the brightness really high up so you can even see the lighting effects during the day. It's got a volume rocker, a mute button, button, media keys, all the sorts of things which you're going to want with your keyboard. It does also have a USB socket, although I rarely use it because I have two in the front of my computer. And that's about it really, so I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10 for functionality. It's a very functional keyboard, but there are a few improvements I think that they could make. One would be an LCD display, like there is on the, I believe it's the Razer Deathstalker Ultimate and the Mad Cat Strike 7, which I may be getting at some point. So if I do, then you guys will get to have a look at that as well. But yeah, 8 out of 10. So thank you very much for watching. And this has been my review of the Corsair K90 keyboard. Goodbye.